Number 28, Jackson Ramirez.
No.
And number 98, Eddie McCumber. Cowboys are coached by head coach Trevor Ward.
Todd Ryan and Bill McCulloch live here in Phoenix, Arizona, getting ready for the national anthem to start here in just a few moments. It's Willcox Cowgirls and the Heritage Academy team from Laveen, Arizona. Todd Ryan and Bill McCulloch. Bill, 92 degrees as we start the game today.
It's a warm one, especially a lot warmer in Kingman. So
they're introducing Heritage team right now. They just introduced the Willcox girls. And by the way, folks, this is an audio-only broadcast. Unfortunately, we're unable to show you actual live play of the game. Once high school sports gets into the semifinals and the finals, Cool FM and other broadcast organizations are not allowed to show actual video of the game because you'll have to pay for it through the NFHS network. So just keep that in mind that this is an audio-only broadcast.
All right, number 5 ranked Willcox against the top seed today in Heritage Academy of Laveen. Laveen is the south part of Phoenix. And Laveen coming in 8-0, undefeated in their region. Only lost one game, 17-1 overall. Willcox undefeated in their region at 7-0 and 16-3 overall. So it should be a good matchup. Both teams have played each other. They played in a tournament earlier in the year, and so they are familiar with each other. A lot of the girls on the Laveen team play for Club Team Hustle, which is one of the bigger club teams here in the Valley. And we'll pause for the national anthem.
Good luck tonight, ladies.
Well, clearly the speaker system does not work that well because you couldn't even hear the national anthem.
That's true. So, and you're going to have to help me with numbers, I guess, if we can't. They're not going to be able to hear them. The other field, Todd, is the other semifinal matchup. So the winners on both fields will play each other Monday at 4 o'clock at Grand Canyon University in Phoenix.
And if you're a Willcox Cowgirls fan, we hope to give you that broadcast on Monday, the audio radio version of the broadcast on Monday. These two teams on paper, Bill, again, look good against each other.
Yeah, they both have outstanding records. Like I said, they did go head-to-head earlier in the season with Heritage winning. I don't know what the score was. I can try to look it up later. But so they're not any strangers to each other. So you've got Southeast Arizona versus Central Arizona today here at Papago Park.
Kind of a windy day today. I've noticed that the wind is picking up.
Blowing from left to right, so, and it's strong enough, I think, that it may play havoc with some of the fly balls.
Oh, you're working in low places today, huh?
Yeah.
Make sure you get my good.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Talking to the third base left field line umpire here. So Kind of
Again-
nice to come up here and see a lot of friendly faces.
Again, folks, we are unable to show you the video broadcast. It's a radio broadcast today due to AIA rules in semifinals and finals games. So Bill will do his best, and we will to give you audio play-by-play coverage.
So we're almost ready to go. Janelle Vandermeulens leads off for the Cowgirls here in the top of the first. First pitch swinging, gets a ground ball to the shortstop over the first. Had to stretch, but got her out anyways. And quickly, 1 pitch, 1 out for Willcox.
Thank you to SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, our presenting sports sponsor. SSVEC serving our community.
Next batter up with 1 out. Can't see the number. And once again, first ball hitting or swinging, and it's a base hit to right field. In fact, it was so shallow in right field that the outfielder threw to first base to try to get the out.
Yeah, just couldn't get there in time because of it was so shallow, like you say.
Yeah, this is a short fence. They put up a temporary fence. This is not a regular. This is almost like a little league field. I'm not sure why the fence is so short, but we could see some balls flying out of here. McCumber at the plate.
Hattie McCumber batting now, and you know what, Bill? She hit a home run the last game.
To
I
deep
gotta
center
believe,
field.
Yeah, it would be much easier to hit a home run in this particular part. I would imagine.
First pitch was a ball, so 1-0 the count. 1-0 pitch hit into left field for a base hit, so that'll put runners at first and second with 1 out. And that's going to bring up Lily Williams. So Williams up there with the runner in scoring position and McCumber at first base. Willcox wants to jump out to an early lead, put a little pressure on Heritage Academy.
1 out so far in the top of the first inning. Willcox up, runners at first and second.
You said that. And the first pitch to Williams. Fouled off, or it looked like he might have got her in the foot. Nose hurt. So 0-1 the count. Let me see the pitcher's number. So Williams in there with an 0-1 count. In the dirt, nice job by the catcher to keep it from going to the backstop. That evens the count at 1-1. Two on, nobody out here. Willcox trying to get on the board first. 1-1 pitch, fouled off to the left side over by us, and that'll run the count to 1-2.
I believe the pitcher number is number 7.
7.
For Heritage Academy, Bill. That's what I'm reading. Yes, 7.
Sienna Soltero. There's a couple of Soltero girls on the Heritage team. So 1-2 to Williams now. She wants to protect the plate. And the pitch. And got her looking on the outside corner for the out. So the first out of the game here in the top of the first.
Second out.
Second out, excuse me. And that's going to bring up the cleanup hitter. Runner still at first and second. Pitch at the knees on the outside corner, 0-1. So Soltero, I'm assuming they're throwing their ace today. I would think so on a semifinal game. 2 pitches, 2 strikes. 0-2 quickly on the count. I believe that's Kaylee St. Clair. Yes, it is, number 5. And the next pitch was up high, 1-2.
She's got her hair covering the number.
Yeah.
So it's hard to tell.
She's got a long ponytail. So 2 outs, 1-2 pitch. Runners will go on the crack of the bat. And just outside. So that evens up the count at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Willcox trying to get the first run of the game here in the top of the first. And Soltero's 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and down go the Cowgirls. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on base at the end of the half an inning. We have a scoreless tie with the girls from Laveen coming to bat.
And thank you so much, Bill. Thank you to our sponsors for our tournament coverage at MORSE Automotive Group, Sierra Vista. Stop in today and experience the difference. Cochise County is now backed by MORSE. Thanks to American Southwest Credit Union, fired up to cheer on our Willcox Cowgirls. They believe youth sports build character and the kind of community spirit that makes us all proud. At American Southwest Credit Union, your money stays local. Member NCUA, equal opportunity lender. TWN Communications, delivering high-speed, affordable, and reliable internet and digital phone service with no data caps ever. Stay connected with the freedom and performance you deserve. Prestige Remodeling and Restoration. Sierra Vista has pioneered a visionary approach of customer-centric service. Visit them at prestigesierravista.com. And Bill, we come to the bottom of the first inning. Unfortunately, the Willcox Cowgirls leave 2 runners stranded at first and second and could not get a run across. Heritage Academy coming up to bat next.
Now, Heritage Academy's mascot is the Heroes. Yeah, they got the first 2 runners on with nobody out and then went down 1-2-3 after that.
92 degrees as we start the game today here. So this has been actually, Bill, the hottest game this week for us.
I believe so. It's a lot different than the low 60s game we had in Kingman. Let's see if that affects either team. I'm not sure where Heritage Academy played on Monday or Tuesday, excuse me. So we'll see how Hattie McCumber does. She had a whale of a game against the Kingman Academy of Learning up in Kingman. She had 10 strikeouts, a solo home run, and she was actually walked intentionally 2 times. So they had a lot of respect for her. Leading off will be number 7, Sienna Soltero. So she's the pitcher and she leads off. You don't see that too often. So first pitch was a strike, much to the chagrin of the Heritage fans over on the side we're at on the field. 0-1 pitch in there for a strike. 0-2, McCumber up quickly in the count.
And with where this ball field is located, Bill, here, the sun, I don't think will be much of a factor today.
No, it looks like the wind's calmed down a little bit too. 3 pitches, 3 strikes for McCumber, and down she goes. If we're scoring at home, that's a K backwards.
First strikeout of the day for Hattie McCumber. So mark that one down back at the studio. Cody is producing the game today, Bill.
So that gives her 301 for the season.
There you go.
And it's going to bring up number 24, Gianna Blanco for the Heroes. Nobody on and 1 out. First pitch was a ball. And McCumber to the plate. Swing and tap her over to the third baseman. Goes over to first for the out. And quickly 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. So both teams look like they're ready to roll today, playing good defense. And that's going to bring up a left-handed batter. Cumber gets the sign and the pitch. Just missed for a ball. Well, that was close. 1-0 the count. Heritage Academy looking for their first base runner with 2 outs here. That one is right there for a strike, so that'll even the count. Oh, he called it a ball. Unbelievable. I'm just behind third base along the left field line, and that looked like it was pretty good to me. 2-0 the count. There we go, 2-1. And no, Todd, I think both those pitches are in the same location.
Yeah, I'm surprised the batter even waits to see if it's a ball or a strike, because most of the time it's a strike with her.
Yeah, so count 2-1 now. Here's the pitch. Fouled straight off to the left side, out of play. And did you bring your glove today, Todd?
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Where we're at, we may get some action over here.
Absolutely.
So that evens the count up at 2-2. And once again, 2 outs here with nobody on base. McCumber's 2-2 pitch. Hit right back to her. She flips it over to first, and 1, 2, 3. Down go the Heroes. So at the end of a full inning, we still have a scoreless tie, and we'll have the Cowgirls coming up with their second time at bat.
Thank you so much to Vista Pros Heating and Cooling. Today's live sports coverage brought to you by those good folks there. Proud supporters of our local athletes and the community we call home. Vista Pros, local, reliable, and professional. Seniors helping seniors. Their caregivers are seniors themselves. They show up ready to exceed expectations. Check them out at southernArizonaSHS.com or call 520-487-4246. Desert RV in Huachuca City, aiming to build a community that surpasses RVs by giving back through local youth sports sponsorships, veteran support, and community fundraising events. Go to desertrvcenter.com. Berean Academy of Sierra Vista, proud supporter of local sports where skill, strategy, and determination take center stage. They have a science fair going on at Berean Academy until 7 o'clock. You can catch that tonight as well. Sign your child up for the next school year and check it out at Berean Academy, Sierra Vista. We head to the top of the second inning. It's scoreless, 0-0. Willcox comes up to bat right now. Bill, take it away.
Okay, leading off once again, I believe that's number 8. For the Cowgirls. Here in the top of the second, Soltero in the circle for the Heroes. First pitch, high strike, 0-1, and that's Gloria Encinas at the plate. So Encinas 0-1 now, batting from the right side. Once again, wind picks up a little bit from left to right. Second pitch low, evens the count 1-1. 2 winners will go to Grand Canyon on Monday. That was a changeup. She was way out in front of it. And the count goes to 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Soltero. One-two pitch. Just misses. So 2-2 the count now. Nobody out here in the top of the second. 2-2 pitch. And not away from the catcher. They're going to have to make the play at first. Let's see what the umpire said. I believe she may get first base. Now he's calling her back to the batter's box. And if indeed it was a foul, that's the correct call. So the count will remain 2-2. To Encinas. And Soltero to the plate. Little tapper over to the third baseman. She throws across the diamond. and gets her by a step for the first out. 5-3 if you're scoring. And that's going to bring up Peyton Fuentes, number 17. We got their numbers right. See.
Well,
They've got their numbers on their pants and we can't see the back. So Fuentes at the plate, nobody on, 1 out. First pitch is a strike. So both pitchers throwing BBs here in the early part of the game. Soltero looks in and the pitch. Little looper to the second baseman and catches it for the second out. So both teams actually haven't hit the ball hard yet. And that's a credit to both pitchers. So 2 outs now. And that brings up number 10, Liliana Milinar. Milinar trying to extend the inning here with 2 outs. Soltero to the pitch, to the plate. And just missed for a ball, 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch. Fouled off straight back. That'll even the count 1-1. Soltero is kind of a deliberate pitcher. She takes a little bit more time in the circle between pitches than McCumber. McCumber likes to get up there and fire it in. So Milinar looking at a 1-1 count in the dirt low, 2-1. Once again, Soltero looking in, and the pitch. Bouncer to the shortstop. She got the longer throw. Just got her by about a half a step, but that is going to do it for the Cowgirls. 1-2-3 again here in the top of the second. And a scoreless tie with the Heroes coming up to bat in the bottom half of the inning.
and folks, just a reminder, this is an audio-only broadcast. For those of you wondering, we are not allowed to show video of any play action. If you're wondering where the video is, once games get to semifinals and the finals in high school baseball in Arizona, it goes to the how's that pronounced?
NFHS.
NFHS network. I always get the letters screwed up.
It's not the easiest thing to say. Feel free to write a letter to the AIA having your displeasure of having an audio-only broadcast. That's a silly rule, and it's a money grab by the NFHS.
Speaking of money, Bill, Stan Greer Millworks, one of our sponsors.
That's right. I thought you were going to say something about my buddy at third base there, the umpire. I don't think he got paid off or anything.
Southeastern Arizona's premier supplier of custom doors and windows with a distinguished history spanning 40 years with offices in Tucson and in Hereford. Go to stangreermillworks.com. All right, we've got Willcox.
In the field.
In the field, we've got Heritage Academy coming up to bat. It's in the bottom of the second, still scoreless. Looks like double zeros, Bill.
Thank you. And that's Shelby Aston. First pitch swinging and sends it down the right field line near the fence, nearly caught, but not quite. And she'll return to the batter's box. Will Heston.
Yeah, she came close to making that catch, but the fence was right there.
Fence kind of foiled her.
Yeah.
But a nice effort, a long run actually for the right fielder. And a ground ball to the second, through the second baseman and into right field for a hit. So Heston on base. And that's the first hit for the Heroes here, coming in the bottom of the second. Next batter coming up, batting from the left side. Once again, hard to see the numbers. So, they don't have a 10. So first pitch was a strike, 0-1. And that's Christina Martinez at the plate for the Heroes. Slow down to second on the stand, steals the base. So Heroes have their first runner in scoring position. Remember, in softball, you cannot lead the base until the pitcher releases the ball. It's not like baseball where you can take a lead prior to the pitch. So aggressive base running by the Heroes. And Martinez trying to drive her home. Pitch misses. So 1-2 the count. McCumber with one strikeout so far in the game. That gives her 301 for the season. And the pitch. Just misses. 2-2. McCumber actually being a little bit more deliberate than we normally see her. And the 2-2 pitch. Way out in front. Once again, the catcher dropped the ball, so they failed to make the out at first. So it's still a strikeout, but it's not considered an out. So I believe McCumber gets credit for the strikeout, but it doesn't show an out on the scoreboard. So runners at the corner now, and that'll bring up number 27, Amaya Ladrig. So Ladrig trying to get that runner at third home. First pitch. Just high for a ball. Runners at the corners. There we go. There's a strike, and there's a throw. Kind of baiting her to throw, so the runner at third would have a chance to go home. Willcox didn't bite. And now you've got two runners in scoring position at second and third. We've seen a lot of that this playoffs, Todd, where they try to bait the catcher into throw into second, in baseball as well. Attempted to bunt, fouled it off. So 1-1 the count. 1-2 the count, excuse me.
Okay, shake it off, shake it.
And time has been called. Umpire's looking at the ball for some reason. Talking to McCumber. Okay, so getting ready back for live action after that brief timeout, and the pitch, swing and a miss. 1-2 the count. And actually struck her out on that. Oh, I wish I'd keep that scoreboard up. So that's the first out of the inning, even though she had a strikeout, but they could not make them play at first. And that's going to bring up number 3, Janica Blanco. First pitch misses for a ball. Janicia Blanco. Willcox looking for the bunt. Third baseman way in, and there it is. And they load them up. Now, you might think that's kind of odd, but now you have a force at any base and home plate with one out.
Willcox making the choice to hold that runner at third base and not allow that run to come in.
So they just held the ball. In fact, they tossed it to the catcher. And that's going to bring up number 6, which they don't have on the roster. It's a big swing and a big miss, 0-1. Yeah, number 6 is not on their roster. The 0-1 pitch from Macomber. Up high, 1-1. So Hattie in a little bit of a jam here in the bottom half of the second. Bases loaded, 1 out, and still scoreless. And the pitch. Fouled straight back. So she jumps ahead in the count, 1-2. So Macomber looking in, and her 1-2 pitch. This is low. Once again, good job by the catcher to keep it in play.
Yeah, can't let any balls get by her now.
A lot of pressure on the battery now. So 2-2 the count. And Heroes trying to jump ahead here in the bottom half of the second. And
got her.
Swing and a miss, and that's a big out. 2 outs now for Macomber. Her second strikeout, giving her 302 on the season.
Was that second or third, Bill?
I'm not sure. I'm going to have to ask the umpire on that because they didn't really record it as an out.
We'll have to ask our favorite umpire over here by the third base line in between innings.
So unofficially 302. First pitch, same result to number 8, Kaylee Mouch, and she's behind 0-1. Macomber to the plate. A little high, 1-1. Base is still loaded, but 2 outs now here in the bottom of the second. Mouch at the plate, and Macomber delivers. Swing and a miss. They can't catch up to that fastball. And 1-2 the count now to Mouch. So Todd, Macomber 1 pitch away from getting out of this jam.
That would be amazing if she pulls that off.
Yeah.
If this team pulls it off, Hattie Macomber gets it. We'll see what happens here. Big pitch here right now.
And the 1-2 pitch.
Got her.
Otters looking. Once again, that's a K backwards in the scorebook. And 3 big runners left on base at the end of 2 complete. We're still scoreless here at Papago Park.
Hey, Mr. Umpire. Umpire. We're going to ask our favorite umpire.
We're going to ask the favorite umpire, and we did not pay him off. That one strikeout where the catcher let the ball go and she ran to first, that's not considered an out, but it is recorded as a strikeout?
Yes, but
But it's not recorded as an out?
no.
Okay. So in the stats, she gets a strikeout. So that's 303 now for Macomber.
It's just like Major League Baseball.
Yeah.
You get 4 strikeouts in an inning, right?
Right, yeah. Okay, so there you have it. Right from the horse's mouth. So it is recorded as a strikeout, but not an out. Kind of one of those weird rules in baseball and softball. Yeah. So Macomber should have 303 in the stat book.
All right, Cody, back at the studio. So if you're keeping track of that is considered a strikeout.
So I was right on.
Yep. Well, it's still scoreless right now. It's Willcox up to bat.
Top of the third. So far, pitcher's duel between Macomber and Soltero. Up high, 1-0.
Number 27, Bill.
Thank you. That's Lauren Bennett for the Cowgirls. So Bennett with a 1-0 count. Soltero to the plate. Just inside, belt high inside. So 2-0 the count. Soltero looking in. And her 2-0 pitch. Little dribbler to the third baseman. She's going to go across the diamond to first for the out. And that's the first out of the inning here in the top of the third. So Bennett grounds out 5-3. And that'll bring up the top of the order with Janelle Vandermeulen. With 1 out now, top of the third, base is empty, and a scoreless tie. Sotero's first pitch, just outside, 1-0.
Yeah, absolutely amazing, Bill, that Willcox was able to get out of that inning.
Yeah, that was crazy. Bases loaded, no outs.
Wowza.
That's just good, tough defense and concentration. And the 1-0 pitch. Caught the outside corner at the knees for a strike, 1-1. And any of you who have ever heard me on my 5TO Sports Talk shows, a lot of mental goes into playing sports, but more so in softball and baseball. 1-1 pitch is hit to the gap in center field. That's going to fall. She's going to take second base, and she's going to be held up at second by the third base coach. So a 1-out double for Vandermeulen, and Willcox in business with runner in scoring position. So Cowgirls, their second threat of the game. They did leave a couple of runners in the top half of the first. Fouled off and right against the fence. That's a tough play. Oh, they did call her out. So a nice play for the Heroes, and that's 2 outs now. You couldn't even see that. That's a tough way to get out, but a nice play.
Oh.
And they're going to intentionally walk McCumber now. They did it twice in Kingman after she hit that solo shot right over the center field fence. And so runners at first and second now with 2 outs. And that's going to bring up number 15, Lily Williams. So Williams trying to get the Cowgirls on the board here in the top of the third. Changeup way out in front, 0-1. Winner of this game will go to Grand Canyon University on Monday at 4 p.m. for the 2A state finals. Soltero looking in and her 0-1 pitch, and now she backs off. So time called as Williams actually backed out of the batter's box. And we're ready to go now. The pitch. Got the outside corner for a strike, and quickly Williams down 0-2 here with runners at first and second. Vandermeulen on second, McCumber at first. Williams in the box. Last pitch missed, so 1-2 the count. And the 1-2 pitch just misses. That evens the count, 2-2. Soltero, 2-2 pitch. It's going to foul behind the plate and runs out of real estate. So that's going to have the count remain 2-2.
One more.
Long look in from the pitcher. And Soltero misses outside. So Williams, nice to run the count. She was down 0-2 and she ran it to full count. So runners will be taking off as soon as the pitch is released. And that'll give them every extra step or two if she can put it in play. Soltero looking in, and the payoff pitch. Grounder to the third base. No, it's going to be over the shortstop. She goes the short way to third. Smart softball gets the lead runner, and down go the Cowgirls after a brief threat there in the top of the third, but come up empty again. So at the end of 2.5, we're still scoreless here at Papago Park.
Thank you so much for joining us. This is an audio broadcast only of this game. All semifinal and final games in AIA playoffs go on another network, NFHS network.
Which will remain nameless.
Yeah. And so we are stuck with showing you, or giving you audio.
I think you're right. We're stuck.
But, it's nice to be able to bring back old-fashioned radio, Bill. Those old-fashioned radio broadcast days that me and you remember in our younger years.
A lot of our listeners never got that chance with the technology that we have today. I still remember black and white TV.
Yeah. Big thank you to Seniors Helping Seniors, their caregivers, our seniors themselves. They show up ready to exceed expectations. Check them out at SouthernArizonaSHS.com. Thank you to Stan Greer Millworks. Pass on a legacy with Stan Greer Millworks for doors and windows. Thank you to Grasshopper Landscaping, quality from the ground up. Contact them today for pool cleaning services as well at Grasshopper Landscaping. Duran Plumbing, serving Sierra Vista and Cochise County for residential and commercial plumbing projects for 10 plus years. With a lifetime of experience in the industry, Duran Plumbing. We head to the bottom of the third. It's scoreless, and Heritage Academy from Laveen, Arizona, number 7, coming up to bat to kick it off.
And that's Sienna Soltero. So a pitcher's duel so far here in the state semifinals between Soltero and McCumber. First pitch from McCumber, fastball, but misses outside, 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch hit out of play to the right side, and that makes the count 1-1. A lot of talent on the field, both sides. And the 1-1 pitch. Once again, fouled off to the right side, out of play. So 1-2 the count now to Soltero. One of the Laveen girls, Todd, is going to be attending Arizona State on a softball scholarship. And that's Rowan Hasanovich. Pitch just misses, and you can hear the displeasure from the Willcox dugout. They thought they had that one. 2-2 now the count to Soltero. Pitcher versus pitcher. And hit right off McCumber's glove, and she's going to have to hurry, and Soltero beats it out. It hit off of her, and she could not locate the ball. I think it hit her leg, Todd. As she comes back, she's limping a little bit. So an infield hit for Soltero. And that gets their leadoff batter aboard. And that's going to bring up number 24, Glorianne Blanco. And the first pitch to Blanco. Squared around the bunt. There goes the runner. Almost got her, but she just made it in under the tag. That was a close play at second base. So Soltero moves up 60 feet and now is in scoring position with nobody out here in the bottom of the third. Blanco at the plate. 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Very hard to catch a base runner with any kind of speed in softball because the bases are only 60 feet apart compared to 90 in baseball. And even though you don't get a lead, you're running 30 less feet. The 0-2 pitch. Liner to second, or the third base, but tries to hit the double play and throws it over the head of the second baseman. And Soltero takes third base. So an error on the third baseman.
Yeah, she just overthrew her.
Encinas, yeah, got excited and threw it into right center field. So now runner at third and one out. And once again, McCumber pitching has to pitch in a jam here. And the first pitch. Gets away from the catcher, but not far enough to advance the runner.
Looks like number 4, Bill, for Heritage Academy.
And that is Rowan Asanovich. There's your Arizona State Sun Devil commit right there. And to come from 2A to go to the Big 12, you know she's a heck of a player. That one gets behind the catcher, and Soltero is going to go in to score. And the first run of the game has 2 consecutive pitches. The catcher had problems handling the ball, and now the Cowgirls down 1-0. So base is empty now for Asanovich. And McCumber to the plate. Once again, low. I think Hattie's a little flustered or just doesn't, she got hit in that leg and got hit pretty hard. And I'm wondering if that's kind of taken her concentration off. Hit to left field, a base hit. And Asanovich on with one out here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 in favor of the Heroes. From the Heritage Academy in Laveen, Arizona. That's around baseline and like 29th Avenue over by Cesar Chavez High School. That's going to bring up 0-0. Soltero, the other Soltero, Savannah. Her sister Sienna scored the run and is the pitcher of record so far. So once again, 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. McCumber trying to get out of the inning with no further damage. Pop straight up, but it's going to go out of play to the right side. And that goes 1-1 on the count. And McCumber's pitch to the plate. Is cued over to the right side and foul ball in right field. And so she'll go back to the plate and the count goes to 1-2. I think next time the umpire's over here, maybe ask him why the fence is so short, because this is a regulation softball field. But they've turned it into almost like a Little League field. Ground ball to second baseman. She steps on second, and that's all she gets. So they did get the lead runner, Asanovich. A little bit of a tussle with second base. Asanovich trying to get her to drop the ball, and shortstop didn't have it and wasn't having any of that. That's Jacqueline Ramirez playing shortstop for the Cowgirls. So 2 outs now. And bounces to second base, mishandles it, and everybody's safe. And the runner takes third base on the miscue. So Benson looking pretty, Willcox looking pretty sloppy here in the bottom half of the third between the pass balls and the catcher and the dropped ground balls. And they need to pull it together. It's 2 to nothing. No, still 1 to nothing. Trying to get out of the bottom of the third here. Big swing and a miss. And that's Amaya Ladrag. So runners at second and third. Pitch up high. 2-0 now. Once again, McCumber in a jam here. Trying to get out of it with just a 1 run scored.
It's 1-1.
Oh, they fixed it? Okay, 1-1. Now it's 2-1 on the miss. Early pressure on the Cowgirls. They don't want to let this one get away. Rise ball misses. So 3-1 the count. And Hattie's a pitch away from loading them up. And the 3-1 pitch. Just got a piece of it to foul it off, and the count goes to full. So once again, full count, 2 outs, and they're going to, the runners will release on the pitch.
Cowgirls need a big strikeout right now.
Not too far, though, because if it's a walk, they don't want to get caught off base. And just misses, so that's going to load them up. So once again, McCumber faces a bases loaded scenario. And that's going to bring up number 3, Janicia Blanco. So 2 Solteros and 2 Blancos on this Heritage team. First pitch is through the inning. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And Heritage now up 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. So runners now at first and second. That'll bring up Kaylee Mouch. And timeout on the field as the Willcox coach heads to the mound. So bases loaded, and the cover could not get out of that one as a single right up the middle scored 2 runs. And the way this game has been going, Todd, you don't want to give them any more runs because Soltero seems to be on her game as well.
How are you?
Yeah, got to get out of this inning if you're a Cowgirls fan. Can't let them score any more runs.
So first and second, 2 outs. Pitch is low. And once again, they don't have this player's number on their roster. So McCumber 1-0, looking into the catcher. Third baseman going to crash. Playing up, now goes back to the bag. Remember, there's a force at third, so she can't crash down too hard because there may be a play at third. Last pitch was fouled off, 1-1. One pitch. Right there on the outside corner at the knees, 1-2. And McCumber's 1-2 pitch. Swing and just got a piece of it again. So she protected the plate and she'll get another chance at it. 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. Starting to cool off a little bit, Todd. And fouled straight back, so she's hanging tough in the batter's box. Count remains 1-2. Just a phenomenal story with McCumber only being a freshman. 1-2 pitch, rung her up on a low call, and that'll do it for the Heroes as they do get 2 more runs and lead 3-0 as we head to the top of the fourth.
Thank you so much to our sponsors. Can't do it without them. Allo Fiber, your new home team internet, TV, and phone provider. Visit allofiber.com to learn more about the Allo Fiber difference and become a fiber fan. Now available in Sierra Vista. Sierra Toyota wants to buy your car, truck, or SUV and get your vehicle appraised in 30 minutes or less. No vehicle will be turned away. Sierra Toyota, locally owned, community driven. Thanks to Vinny's Pizza of Sierra Vista, serving the community for 45 years. They raised over $13,000 in their Employee Appreciation Day 1 week ago tomorrow at Vinny's Pizza. They do it every year, once a year, where all profits made, actually anything made, goes back to the employees for 1 day a year. And this year, they raised over $13,000. And so that will be split with all their employees, thanks to the people of Sierra Vista area coming through and purchasing product and delicious pizza, sandwiches, and wings last Friday. And Bill?
I just put an application into Vinny's Pizza.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
All right, Cowgirls down 3-0 now. They got to start making things happen. And it looks like number 5, Carly St. Clair, excuse me. First pitch high and away, 1-0. I would have taken Vinny's Pizza over that place we ate last night.
Yeah.
So St. Clair trying to get on. Leadoff, it's important to get your leadoff batter on. And foul ball off the plate, so the count 1-1 as she returns to the batter's box. We are in the top of the fourth, so Willcox, with a little sense of urgency here, has got to get something happen. Even if they just get a run this inning, that'll help. Soltero looks in, and the pitch. And there's a base hit to center field. So yes, indeed, the Cowgirls got their leadoff batter aboard as St. Clair is at first base. I should have brought a step stool. I'd be able to see these numbers a lot better. So runner at first for the Cowgirls. Nobody out here in the top of the fourth. First pitch swing, it's going to be a foul ball down the third base line. She'll return to the batter's box, and St. Clair will return to first base. So 0-1 the count now. And the pitch. Once again, fouled off in the exact same place. She's way ahead of it, so the Soltero taking a little bit off the pitch. And the batter was way ahead. But 0-2 the count now. St. Clair at first base. And that's number 8, Gloria Encinas at the plate. Pitch to Encinas. Fouled off to the other side, to the right side. So hanging tough with an 0-2 pitch, or 0-2 count, protecting the plate. as a good batter should. 3-0 here, and Willcox trying to get on the board. Up high, misses, so that's the first ball.
Ooh.
And throw over to first and barely gets back with a diving head first slide back into first base.
That was close.
St. Clair caught napping there on that one. Good snap throw. So 1-2 the count to Encinas. In the dirt low, so that evens the count 2-2. So Tara, long look in at the catcher, and she's ready to roll. The 2-2 pitch. Little grounder down to the third baseman, goes over to second, into center field, and she's going to try for third. Throw to third base with a slide. She's in there safe. And runners now at the corners as St. Clair with a nice heads-up base running, which makes up for her napping on that one play, but does a good job and gets over to third. So this is the biggest threat I think that Willcox has had here in the game. Timeout called by the infield umpire.
I think the first baseman got a little rattled there too as well from Heritage Academy.
And
I think the coach is going over to talk to her as well.
Did you see what happened? I was more concerned with the play.
Yeah, she ended up falling down or something and hitting the ground there. I noticed that she fell.
Oh, did she collide with the runner going down the line?
Must have been something like that. I didn't see it clearly myself. I just know that when she fell and she got up, she was a little shaken.
A little shaken.
But
she's had a couple of possible injuries. McCumber getting hit in the leg on that line drive back through the circle. And now the Heroes first baseman a little shaken up.
Thank you to Sonic and Sierra Vista. Don't forget that today, being Thursday, 99-cent corn dogs, and then they have half-price shakes for Mother's Day. And anybody can get the half-price shake at Sonic and Sierra Vista on Sunday, all day on Sunday, in honor of Mom.
So return to action now, and that's going to be number 17, Peyton Fuentes at the plate. Runners at the corners. First pitch to Fuentes, lays down the bunt, and the only play is to first base as Willcox scores their first run with St. Clair coming across the plate, and they get on the scoreboard and now trail 3-1. Nice sacrifice bunt from Fuentes, and that still leads a runner in scoring position, Todd. So Willcox not in bad shape. One out here in the top of the fourth. And that's going to bring up Liliana Melinar. Soltero to the plate to Melinar. Hits it to the third base and she bobbles. It's going to be a tough play and gets her. And safe at third base. They tried to double play. Out at first, safe at third. And I'll tell you, that play at first base wasn't an easy out either. So good heads-up base running from Gloria Encinas as she goes into third base. If they can get 2 runs to get her home and get 2 runs this half inning, they'll be in good shape. But they're back in the game, 3-1. And we are in the top of the fourth. 2 outs here. First pitch misses, 1-0. So Soltero now in a little bit of a jam. She does have 2 outs, but the runner at third for the Cowgirls. Next pitch, swing and a miss. That evens the count at 1-1. Quick throw over to third, but
Number 9 up to bat for Willcox.
and that's Isa Pondo. Or Pando, excuse me. Pitch to Pando. Way out in front, swings at a nice changeup, and 1-2 the count now. I remember her brother a couple years ago, an all-state football player for the Cowboys. So 1-2 the count here with 2 outs and a runner at third. Just misses. So 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And a 3-1 game here in the top half of the fourth. So Tara looks in, and the pitch. And there's lifted to right field, and that's over her head. That's going to score run number 2. Pando on her way around second. She's going to go to third. Here comes the relay, and she stands up. A stand-up triple for Pando. And that cuts the lead to 3-2, and a runner at third. So Willcox not done yet. As Pando, what a clutch hit to right field.
Just what the Cowgirls needed.
You know what, Todd? And I think that wind had something to do with it, too. And looking, it's still blowing from left to right. And the player was there for Heritage, but the ball did some funny things out there, and Pando ends up with a triple. So that's going to bring up the top of the order, and Janelle Vandermeulen trying to tie it up here. First pitch fouls it straight back, 0-1. So Cowgirls come alive here in the top of the fourth, and we've got a good game now, 3-2, and a chance to get tied here if Vandermeulen can get a base hit. Oh, 1 pitch. Just misses, 1-1. So we got some excitement here, Todd. So Tara, long look in, and the 1-1 pitch. Boy, a nice changeup way out in front, 1-2. So Vandermeulen down on the count, 1-2, trying to get that base hit to tie it up here. Up high, misses. And that'll even the count at 2-2. Big pitch coming here. You don't want to go full count if you're Soltero. In the dirt, and that's what it is, full count, Todd. 3-2, 2 outs, runner at third.
Again, an exciting one here, building up here, folks. Don't go
This
away.
is a big pitch here. I mean, she walks there to have runners at the corner, but this is a big pitch for Vandermeulen to try to drive it in for a hit and an RBI. Right down the third baseline, and she fumbles it, and there goes the runner to home, and she scores. And we're tied up here in the top of the fourth. I'm very surprised she didn't slide, but she got away with it
I think
on the swipe tag.
Yeah, I wonder if she didn't think that she was going to throw it
I
first.
don't think she, yeah.
Because there's 2 outs.
Yeah, and her back was to the play, but yeah, she went in standing up, but she got the run, and it's 3-3. It's a new ball game.
That's all that matters. It's all tied up, folks, and it's a new ball game right now. A little timeout here at the pitcher's mound.
So this is number 1 and against number 5 here in the state semifinals for 2A.
Heritage Academy, of course, ranked number 1. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they are the 1 seed. Only 1 loss the whole season.
Well, they're definitely playing like they were ranked number 1.
Yeah, they're a good team.
Yep.
Like we said, we've got several players for Team Hustle, which is a great club team up here in the Valley. And you have one of the girls that's going to go to Arizona State next year and play softball for Coach Ford. And there's a hit into the left center field gap. It's going to be against the wall. And look at this. Willcox is going to take the lead as Vandermeulen scores. And it's 4-3. 4 big runs in this inning, Todd, and the Cowgirls go up on top 4-3.
And the Willcox Cowgirls have come alive here in the top of the 4th inning, doing what they needed to do. As you said, now in the lead, and Hattie McCumber up to bat now.
And they're going to pitch to her, runner in scoring position. This is the same scenario in Kingman, and she hit it over the center field fence.
I thought for a second that ball might have had a chance to go over it, because like you say, the fencing is so short.
Yeah, it's like a little league field. This is a regular softball field, but it could be a slow pitch field, which the fences are farther back. First pitch missed to McCumber. Second pitch kind of cues it off the bat over to third and gets her before the head first slide to finally end the inning, but not before the Cowgirls come up with 4 big runs to take the lead 4-3 heading into the bottom of the 4th.
And thank you, Bill. Thanks to Eagle Plumbing, providing expert service in Cochise County for over 50 years. Family owned and trusted for everything from leaks to major repairs. They're just one call away. Eagle Plumbing, proud supporters of local sports. Thanks to Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County, their new physical therapy department now open in Hereford. Make an appointment with one of their doctors of physical therapy today. And thanks to Manuel at La Sierra Grill Steakhouse in Hereford, supporting our fine athletes and teams in Cochise County, now open for lunch, 11 to 3, Tuesday through Saturdays. They get all kinds of great lunch specials. Go to LaSierraGrillSteakhouse.net.
I'm going to have to make a trip out there.
Oh, they're amazing. Bill, you would just love
I'm
their
a big
steaks,
steak guy, so
and
yeah.
you'd love their carne asada.
Okay.
They marinate their carne asada for 72 hours.
Oh, wow.
And
I only do mine overnight.
so flavorful.
Yeah, you little olive oil, some lime juice, and then onions and oregano and all kinds of good stuff.
Well, yeah, you're kind of a Mexican connoisseur of us for Mexican food. Your heritage is Mexican, right? Or?
Yeah, I'm half Mexican and half Irish, so I'm a green bean.
Well,
don't let the last name fool you.
Bill McCulloch from 520 Sports Talk joining us. And just when it seemed that the game was slipping away ever so slightly, the Cowgirls come back with 4 runs here in the top of the 4th. Now we head to the bottom of the 4th, and Heritage Academy from Laveen, Arizona, up to bat, and it looks like number 8 leading off. And
that's Kaylee Mouch. And the good thing about that last half inning, Todd, was they did most of the damage with 2 outs. So Mouch at the plate, McCumber to the plate. First pitch right at the knee, strike 1. So McCumber got that little bit of the momentum from that big inning in the top half and throws a bullet down the middle for a strike. 0-1 the count. Next pitch, swing and a miss. So McCumber back in the groove, 0-2. Now to Mouch.
She's got some renewed energy right now with those 4 runs scored.
And 3 pitches, 3 strikes, and down she goes for the first out of the inning. So it's amazing what a big inning like that can do to your defense too. That's going to bring up number 7, Sienna Soltero, the pitcher for the Heroes. Pitcher to pitcher, first pitch fouled straight back, 0-1. So what a story, Hattie McCumber, only a freshman. 303 strikeouts on the year, 3 here today.
Well, was that 3 or 4?
Is it 3 or 4? Hard hit to the third baseman over to first for the out. And a nice play by Gloria Encinas. That ball got to her really quick and throws her out. So quickly 2 down here. And wouldn't it be nice to get a 1-2-3 inning after that big explosion in the top of the 4th?
Yeah, I think it's 4, Bill, because we had that disputed strike. We didn't know whether to call it a strike or not.
Well, I thought that was the 3rd, but I don't know. I may be wrong. Cody, what do you have to say?
All right, Cody. How many strikeouts has Hattie had?
First pitch with 2 outs. Just misses, 1-0. Glorianne Blanco at the plate with a 1-0 count. And McCumber to the pitch.
Okay.
Right there, belt high fastball on the outside corner, 1-1.
Okay, we're way behind here. Hattie has 6 strikeouts.
6 strikeouts, okay.
Sorry about that, folks. Cody keeping us on track.
Nice job, Cody. A little bit more difficult to do an audio-only broadcast, but
306 strikeouts so far on the year for
yes, sir. Tapped over the shortstop. She's going to go over to first for the out. And a 1-2-3 inning for the Cowgirls as they respond on defense after that big 4-run inning in the top half of the 4th. We are headed to the 5th, Todd, here at Papago Park in the capital city.
Yeah, definitely the Cowgirls have a little extra pep right now. You can tell that the momentum shift, they're kind of feeling it themselves, I think. We'll see what happens here as we head to the top of the 5th inning. But right now, 4-3. Big thank you to our sponsors, and our presenting sports sponsor is SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. MORSE Automotive Group, Cochise County, is now backed by MORSE. American Southwest Credit Union, thank you so much for your support. Member NCUA, equal opportunity lender. Thank you so much to Vista Pros Heating and Cooling. Vista Pros, local, reliable, and professional. They're here for you 24/7. You get in a jam anywhere in the Sierra Vista, Cochise County area, they will help you out 7 days a week. And they've got the best customer service ranking, 5 stars on Google. That's what they believe in, customer service. And they do it right at Vista Pros Heating and Cooling. Bill, this is a great game so far.
It's a really good game. Both pitchers are, this is a tough game for both teams.
We're at the top of the 5th now, and Willcox comes back up to bat after scoring 4 big runs last inning. Number 15,
Lily Williams. Soltero's a good pitcher, so this is still anybody's game with Williams leading off here in the top of the 5th. First pitch is going to be a slow roll to the shortstop. She better hurry, and gets her by a step for the first out. Williams hustling down the line, but just got caught. And the first out of the inning here in the top of the 5th. So 1 out. And I believe it's going to be number 5, Carly St. Clair. St. Clair scoring one of the runs in the top of the 4th. And that's a fair ball right down the left field line. And a nice play by the outfielder to hold her to a single. So St. Clair, a big at-bat last inning with a run scored, and follows it up with a single right over the third base bag into left field. So 1 on, 1 out here for the Cowgirls. Willcox trying to get to that state title game Monday at 4 p.m. at Grand Canyon University. And I believe this is Gloria Encinas now at the plate. Yes, it is, the shortstop or the third baseman. First pitch just misses low, 1-0. So St. Clair at first. Excuse me, not St. Clair. It's and the 1-1 pitch. Inside. So Encinas with a 2-0 count, ahead on the count, Todd. And Soltero's going to have to come in with this one. Takes a long look into the catcher. This is an important half inning for the Heroes. They want to keep it close. Cowgirls want to get a little padding. And the pitch to Encinas in there for a strike. 2-1.
No, you can't ask for a closer game, Bill. It's a nail biter, as they say.
As it should be. Two of the best. This is the Final Four for 2A softball in the semifinals. Right down to the third baseman. She's going to go to the short way to second for the force, and not in time at first, but a nice effort. Gets the lead runner. That's fundamental softball. And 2 outs now in the inning, as Encinas is now at first base. And it's going to bring up Peyton Fuentes.
Well, they scored a lot of runs last inning after 2 outs, Bill.
Yeah, it can be done. And a couple of extra base hits. They weren't just singles. They hit a couple of them to the fence. So first pitch was a strike to Fuentes. 0-1 the count. The 1 pitch fouled off. Oh, nice play nice attempt by the first baseman to catch it. So Fuentes quickly down 0-2.
Almost got that.
That was a nice effort.
Go, one more strike. Here you go, ladies.
So Fuentes trying to battle back from an 0-2 count. Sotelo looking in, and Soltero to the plate. Fouled straight back, 0-2. Fuentes protecting that plate. Fuentes trying to get one that she can drive.
Let's go defense.
Soltero looking in. And the 0-2 pitch. Once again fouled off, and Fuentes hanging tough in the batter's box, staying alive with an 0-2 count. Four to 3. We are in the top of the 5th with 2 outs, and the Cowgirls with a runner at first base. Takes it just outside, snap throw to first, back in time. And the last pitch was a ball, so 1-2 now the count. As the lights are on and as we head to dusk, and they'll start taking effect here shortly, I'm sure. Winds died down, but still blowing from left to right. And the pitch bounced over to the second base, or the first baseman takes it herself. And that does it for the Cowgirls in the top of the 5th with 1 runner stranded. So 4 to 3 heading into the bottom half of the 5th inning here at Papago Park.
And thank you so much for all of our listeners joining us on Cool FM Live Facebook and also on our YouTube page. Unfortunately, we're unable to show you the video broadcast of today's game. All semifinals and finals games in high school sports in Arizona go to the NFHS network, where you have to pay to watch. And so then we're bringing you the audio broadcast with a scoreboard. And then when the game's done, hopefully we can celebrate together and you can see the girls jump for joy, so to speak. But we've got a few more innings to go here. It's a close one, 4 to 3, as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Our coverage brought to you by our presenting sponsor, SSVEC, Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. MORSE Automotive Group of Sierra Vista, Cochise County, is now back by MORSE. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors. We can't do it without you. And Bill, bottom of the 5th inning, we go.
Yeah, I just got a score from my assistant here helping me out. Horizon Honors and Mojave are the other two semifinal team, and Mojave is up 4-1. So Heroes at bat here in the bottom half of the fifth. Pitch in the dirt. Well, 1-0 from Macomber.
Here we go.
So Mojave and Horizon trying to get their stake in the finals. Willcox and Heritage here. This next pitch just misses 2-0.
All right, here right now. Here we
Once
go.
again, the final game will be Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. at Grand Canyon University in Central Phoenix. Hit to left field and puts it away. Nice play for Willcox. And Liliana Milinar catches the ball for the out. So quickly one down here in the bottom of the fifth. 2.5 innings to go.
And we'd love to come back here and broadcast a championship game on Monday. Bill, I know that would be
9 days in a row.
9 days in a row. We've been away. We'd be away if that were to happen. We've been covering softball and baseball all week on Cool FM Live.
Thank God we're not married, Todd. Next pitch is over to second base, on to first for the play, and the out. So nice pickup on the short hop from the second baseman of the Cowgirls and flips it over to first for the second out. So as each out happens, Todd, the momentum grows for the Cowgirls.
Let's go, Nat. Find the gap. Here we go. Find the gap.
2 outs now. First pitch in there for a strike. And it's just amazing that Macomber is only a freshman. I'll tell you, you Cochise County teams, you got to put up with her for 3 more years. 0-1 pitch. And puts it away on a line drive to the second baseman, and down goes the Heroes here in the bottom half of the fifth. So we've got 5 complete in the books, and the Cowgirls up 4-3.
2 great plays by the second baseman. Back-to-back here ends the inning, and we head to the top of the 6th, as Bill was saying. Things looking well, and I'm just feeling a little bit of a momentum shift here, Bill. It just seems like the Willcox Cowgirls are feeling really, really good right now, and they're playing with just a little bit of extra confidence. Just a little bit. All right. Well, congratulations to our sponsors for joining us today. TWN Communications, delivering high-speed, affordable, and reliable internet and digital phone service with no data caps ever. Check them out and visit them today. And thank you so much for their sponsorship as well. Prestige Remodeling and Restoration LLC, Sierra Vista. Thank you so much for your support as well. They have pioneered a visionary approach of customer-centric service. Visit them at prestigesierravista.com. Seniors helping seniors. Their caregivers are actually seniors themselves. They show up ready to exceed expectations. Check them out at southernArizonaSHS.com. And we thank them for their support. All right, number 10 up to bat right now for Willcox.
And that's Liliana Milinar to start off the 6th. They'd like to get a little cushion in that 1-run lead. First pitch hits that corner for a strike at the knees, 0-1. And my main man, Dustin's going to keep us apprised of the other game going on in the field behind us. Soltero with the 0-1 pitch. High and outside, 1-1, and my main man, Dustin, tells us that Mojave added a run, and they're up 5-1. Do you know what inning it is? He's going to go check it out for us. 6th inning across the way, Todd. So if things stay the same, Mojave might be in the finals. Grounder over to second base, 4-3 on the putout. And the first out here in the top of the 6th for the Cowgirls. And Gloria Encinas now, the batter for Willcox. Encinas has had a whale of a game. Is that 5 or 8?
Relax out there. Here we go.
9, excuse me. He's a Pando, excuse me. Like I said, those ponytails play havoc on us reading the numbers on the back of the jerseys. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1.
We started the game at 92 degrees, Bill. We're down to 91.
But a nice breeze, though. Once that sun goes down, cools off a little bit. And fouled off. So Pando quickly down 0-2 in the count. We got one out here in the top of the 6th in the 2A State of Arizona softball playoffs here at Papago Park in Phoenix, Arizona.
7-1 Mojave now.
7-1 to Mojave. Thank you. So Mojave looks to be one of the teams going into the finals. Last pitch missed for a ball, so 1-2 to Pando. And the 1-2 pitch. Batter on the changeup, and down goes Pando for the second out. So Soltero also pitched very well. Just that one inning got away from her, just as the one inning got away from McCumber. And that's why it's 4-3. And once again, top of the lineup with Janelle Vandermeulen, now with 2 outs. Well, I'll tell you, she's not a tall player, and that pitch went right by her head, and they called it a strike. So, I don't know. 0-1, unfortunately, to Vandermeulen. Soltero looking in, taking a long look in, and the 0-1 pitch up high. I think that might have been lower than the strike, but the count 1-1 here. All put in play, and that's going to be in the right center field gap all the way to the fence. She's rounding second. She's going to go 3, and the slide, and they got her easily. And that will end the inning. I'll tell you, that might be a momentum change for the Heroes of Heritage. Probably should have stayed at second.
Yeah, when she started rounding second after just a few yards, I realized as I was watching her that she probably wasn't going to make it if there was a good throw, and there was a good throw,
well,
and she's out.
The rule of thumb in baseball and softball is you don't want to make the first or third out at third base. And a nice throw from right field, right on the money, and they got her easily.
Second baseman cut it.
Oh, did it? Okay. So the second baseman actually threw her out after cutting the ball off. And so we're set up for the bottom of the 6th, and we still got the 7th to go, 4-3 in favor of the Cowgirls. So hopefully that's not going to be a momentum swing for Heritage if you're a Cowgirl fan.
Well, thank you so much for listening to this broadcast. We're unable to show you the video of it due to AIA rules. All semifinal and final games go to the NFHS network, and we can only give you audio coverage.
Yeah, the lights have it.
After the game is over, we can show you live coverage. We just can't show any actual play of the game. But if you're listening on YouTube, make sure you subscribe at Cool FM Live on YouTube and Cool FM Live on Facebook. We're going to be covering the baseball games for 2A first round play in Goodyear on Friday at 4 and 6:30.
8-1, thank you, Dave.
Games right here Friday on Cool FM Live.
Oh, Mojave just got another run, Todd, 8-1 now. And leading off is number 27 for Heritage. Amaya Ladrig. First pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. McCumber to the plate, swing and a miss. So quickly 0-2 the count. Cowgirls need 6 outs, and they'll be heading to GCU.
I'm sure Hattie's feeling a little bit of the pressure right now in such a close game.
A lot of pressure for a freshman pitcher. 0-2 pitch. This is high, 1-2.
But if there's one girl that handles the pressure so well, Bill, it's Hattie McCumber.
Oh, she pitched in the Little League World Series, so she knows about pressure. McCumber with the 1-2 pitch. This is high again, 2-2. Two pitch once again. 3 consecutive balls by McCumber. I think she might be trying to overthrow it a bit. And the count runs full. You do not want to, if you're possible, let the leadoff batter on. That's the tying run.
This first out is critical for Willcox.
McCumber looking in. And the 3-2 pitch. And fly ball to right field puts it away for the first out. So the leadoff batter not getting aboard here in the bottom of the 6th, and 1 out now. You can feel the pressure building, Todd. That's going to bring up Janicia Blanco. So Blanco at the plate with 1 out. 4-3, we're here in the bottom of the 6th. First pitch fouled straight back, 0-1. So it looks to be the Mojave team. Congratulations to them as they cement their slot into the 2A finals Monday at Grand Canyon University. And we're going to see what happens in this game. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Fouled off again, so quickly McCumber up 0-2. So Blanco looking at an 0-2 count with 1 out. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, and down she goes for out number 2. So infield comes in, everybody's high-fiving, and 2 outs now here in the bottom half of the 6th. 4-3 here at Papago Park. That's going to bring up number 8, Kaylee Mouch. First pitch to Mouch, swing and a miss, 0-1. McCumber's got it going now. She's feeling it. And ahead in the count, 0-1, the 0-1 pitch. Hit to the second baseman, we're gonna have to hurry. And just got in time and safe. That was a bang-bang play. And Mount legs it out for a single. So the tying run is at first base now with 2 outs. Swing and a miss. So we're not done here yet. Heritage with a runner at first representing the tying run, the go-ahead run at the plate. Swing and a miss. And I'll tell you, that fastball that McCumber has is working very well. 0-2 the count. You don't want to lose her on an 0-2 pitch. Let's see what she throws.
Got her.
Swing and a miss, and down goes the Heroes. So we finished 6 innings here at Papago Park in the capital city, and the Cowgirls up 4-3, heading to the 7th inning.
That is the 8th strikeout by Hattie McCumber so far in this game. Folks, it's coming down to the wire. It's a 1-run difference, 4-3. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Willcox coming up to bat. Our presenting sponsor, SSVEC. Sulphur Springs Valley Electric Cooperative, serving our community. Thanks to Vista Pros, heating and cooling. Vista Pros, local, reliable, and professional. There for you 24/7. Desert RV, Jeff Rose and the gang in Huachuca City, aiming to build a community that surpasses RVs by giving back through local youth sports sponsorships, veteran support, and community fundraising events. Go to desertrvcenter.com. Berean Academy of Sierra Vista, proud supporter of local sports where skill, strategy, and determination take center stage. Sign up your child in the fall school year. Check out all the information at Berean Academy, Sierra Vista. Thank you as well to Sonic of Sierra Vista as well. All right, here we go, Bill.
Okay, top of the 7th. Willcox would like to get a little cushion here to head into the bottom of the inning. First pitch is a strike, has a swing and a miss. So 0-1 the count. Soltero still in the circle for Heritage Honors. Just missed high. 1-1 the count. 4-3 in the 7th. I don't want to see extra innings. I know you don't, Todd. And a pitch and a ball into right field for a base hit. She's going to go for second base. It goes all the way to the wall. And is it a foul? Oh, it's a ground rule double. Okay, so it rolled under the fence, Todd, and that's called a ground rule.
Well, it actually just rode by the fence.
By the fence,
because
okay.
the fence doesn't go all the way. Yeah.
Temporary fence here at Papago Park, and it rolled by the fence. So that's a ground rule double. She could have had it inside the park home run had that not rolled by. But she's at second base, and Willcox with their leadoff batter aboard here in the top of the 7th.
And the Willcox Cowgirls would definitely like to get some insurance runs with this 1-run lead. Okay, they intentionally walked Hattie McCumber.
Once again, Hattie McCumber, that shows the respect that the opposing teams have and walking her, but that also sets up a double play scenario for Heritage. That's going to bring up and that's a single into center field. They're going to send the runner. Oh, they held her up. I can't believe that. I thought she would have scored.
Well.
Ooh, I hope that doesn't come back to bite them. Runners at the corners. They're actually bases loaded now. Bases loaded as Soltero now in a bit of a jam. And Willcox trying to bust it open here.
No outs. That's the good thing. Number 5 up to bat, Bill.
Thank you. And that's Carly St. Clair. She's had a big game tonight. Bases loaded, first pitch. High and away, 1-0.
Oh,
throw down to third, and she's back. That's Jacqueline Ramirez at third base. 1-0. Soltero has to be careful. There's no ways to put a runner if you walk her. Hard hit right down the third base line, but foul, and that evens the count at 1-1. Almost took our favorite umpire out. Yeah, I had to do a little jig there. So 1-1 the count here, bases loaded. And to the backstop. And just ran out of room. But a nice effort by the catcher for Heritage. And that runs the count to 1-2. Willcox is one hit away from going up by a couple. They're by 3.
Having some insurance runs would be definitely good right now.
1-2 the count. Soltero to the plate. Hard hit into left field, and that's going to score 1 run. They're going to wave the other runner home. It's cut off, and now the runner's going to advance to third on the overthrow and to second on the trail runner. And Willcox up now 6-3.
7-3.
7th inning.
Oh, sorry.
6-3 is 2-run score. And that's the insurance runs that they need. Stay focused, though, Cowgirls, because you still got the bottom half of the inning to go, and you're facing the #1 seed in the state.
And still no outs, Bill.
No outs and 2 runners more in scoring position at second and third. Soltero a little rattled after that. And Encinas at the plate. Pitch low. 1-0. You've got Lily Williams at third base.
That was huge, Bill. That was huge.
Yes, it was. Soltero to the plate. Williams had hit into right field, and that's going to score 2 more runs. Nice clutch hitting by the Cowgirls and Encinas. And now a 6-3 game. Or excuse me, 8-3 game. So, question on the scoreboard. Let's see what happens. Scoreboard showing 8-3. And I believe it's 8-3. Yes, it is, because it was 4-3 at the beginning of the game. They scored 2 RBIs in that one.
Yeah, and they just scored 2 runs. Remember, I screwed up and said 7. And I was looking. Yeah, I was looking at the inning. I was getting overexcited.
I was doing that on balls and strikes.
And so 8-3.
Todd and I are tired. We've been away from home for a week almost. But we love bringing these games to you, not only in Cochise County, but the 520 Sports Talk viewers on my page in Pima, Pinal, and Santa Cruz County.
Number 17 up to bat, Bill.
And that's Peyton Fuentes. Runner at first, and still nobody out.
Nobody out, man.
Little dribbler on the third base is going to be a tough play for the third baseman, and gets her. But a nice play to advance the runner into scoring position. And that'll go down as a sacrifice and not a time at bat. She doesn't get a time at bat because she moved the runner.
As many insurance runs as the Cowgirls can get, I'm sure they want right now, with a runner at second with 1 out.
5-run lead means you have to hit a grand slam and you're still down by 1. And I believe number 10 is at the plate. That is Liliana Milinar. And she hits a bouncer, third baseman again, over to first for the second out as the runner advances to third. So 2 down now here in the top of the 7th. And the Cowgirls 60 feet away from putting up run number 9.
Number 4.
And that's...
Oh, wait a sec. Wait. Number 9.
Number 9. He's a Pando again. Pando did a good job last inning and wants to follow it up at this at bat. First pitch. Up high for a ball. 1-0.
Come on, man.
The 1-0 pitch. Fouled off straight back. 1-1. Runner at first, 2 outs. And 4 big runs in this inning to break it open. And an 8-3 lead for the Cowgirls. We're in the top of the 7th. Pando at the plate with a 1-1 count. Just low, 2-1.
Yeah.
Soltero a little bit more deliberate now. She's got to throw strikes. And behind on the count, 2-1. And the pitch. fouled off to the right side, out of play. And that'll make the count 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the Cowgirls up 8-3 here in the top of the 7th. Led by a strong outing by freshman Hattie McCumber. 2-2 pitch. And almost caught by the first baseman, but just not enough room, and then it falls to the ground. The count remains 2-2. Lights now taking effect. Tell you, in between that last inning, Todd, it was kind of hard for the outfielders to pick up the ball at twilight, but the lights are working in effect now. Swing and a miss to go to strike her out. That ends the inning, but not before 4 big runs score here in the top of the 7th to give the Cowgirls some cushion. And we're looking at an 8-3 lead heading into the bottom of the 7th, folks. Mojave has already won the first half of the state semifinals. They're set to go to GCU on Monday, and Willcox trying to put their name into that final slot.
Thank you so much to Eagle Plumbing, providing expert service in Cochise County for over 50 years. Family owned and trusted for everything from leaks to major repairs. They're just one call away. Eagle Plumbing, proud supporters of local sports. Copper Queen Community Hospital of Cochise County. Their physical therapy department is now open in Hereford. Make an appointment with one of their doctors of physical therapy today. La Sierra Grill Steakhouse in Hereford supports all of our fine athletes and teams in Cochise County, including Willcox and the Cowgirls. They're now open for lunch specials 11 to 3, Tuesday through Saturdays. Go to LaSierraGrillSteakhouse.net, where flavor lives. Thank you so much to Sierra Toyota. They want to buy your car, truck, or SUV. Get your vehicle appraised in 30 minutes or less. No vehicle will be turned away. Sierra Toyota, locally owned, community driven. The Doggo Lotto, the hottest shelter dog game show in the world, and it's right here in Cochise County. Pick your lucky numbers for free at coolfmonline.com/Doggo-Lotto. Then watch the show every Monday at 6 p.m. on Cool FM Live Facebook to see if you win over $500 in cash and prizes given away each week. And anybody can play. It's free, but get your numbers before midnight on Sundays at coolfmlive.com. And Bill, we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Willcox with an 8-3 lead. Number 7 for Heritage Academy up next.
And that's the pitchers there, Sotero. First pitch, and a long drive to the fence, and once again goes through the fence. So a leadoff double for Sotero here in the bottom half of the 7th. Can we get an update, Cody, on the strikeouts for McCumber?
Let's go, we need you, let's go!
So first pitch swinging and a nice hit, short hopped the fence and went through. So a ground rule double.
Number 9 strikeouts so far for Hattie McCumber.
So she had what, 10 last game?
I believe so.
So trying to equal her effort against Kingman Academy of Learning. So runner at second, no outs. Pitch is high. McCumber just needs to throw strikes and trust her defense behind her. She's got a big 5-run cushion. Glorian Blanco is the batter, and ahead on the count, 2-0. Pitch in there for a strike. 2-1. That'll help the confidence.
We got this too far. We got too far.
Runner at second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th for Heritage. Swing and a miss. Evens the count 2-2. So McCumber fights back from a 2-0 count to now a 2-2 count. Trying to look for that first out. We're in the bottom of the 7th, 8-3 Cowgirls trying to get to the state finals on Monday. 2-2 pitch. Fouled straight back to stay alive. If you are in Cochise County, Pima County, anywhere in the 520, and you have nothing going on Monday, make plans to go to GCU. Fouled off to the right side, long run, and just out of her reach. So she'll go back to the batter's box with a 2-2 count.
Touches it. Yeah, so if Maya would have touched it, that girl would have scored. That's why Maya was like, not there. But she was there. You saw how close she was.
So Glorianne Blanco now, 2-2 count. McCumber's pitch. Once again, fouled off. She's hanging tough in the box. Soltero at second on the leadoff double. And the Cowgirls needing 3 outs. Up high, so full count now for Blanco. You've got to throw strikes if you're McCumber. Trust your defense. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and there goes the first out of the 7th. Way to come back for Hattie McCumber after being down 2-0. And 1 out now, Todd, here in the bottom of the 7th.
That was a big out. Definitely.
So next batter bats from the left side. Soltero still at second base now with 1 out. Pitch up high, 1-0. You don't want to overthrow if you're McCumber. Just throw it naturally. Don't try to get any extra on it. She's already got a great fastball.
Let's go, Ro! Here we go!
And the 1-0 pitch. Down low, 2-0. So same scenario, down 2-0 to the second batter in a row. And the 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike. So 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 2-2. So once again, McCumber fights back from being down 2-0 to even the count at 2-2. 1 out here. Soltero at second base. 8-3 Cowgirls. Up high misses, so once again she's going to go full count. Check swing, they check down at third, no swing. And 3-2 on the scoreboard.
Big pitch here for Hattie McCumber.
3-2 pitch. Fouled away. Count remains the same. A lot of pressure right here now for both teams, actually. And the 3-2 pitch. And fouled off behind us over by where the Mojave just won their position in the state finals. And once again, the count 3-2.
Almost bonked someone in the head.
Almost. And the payoff pitch. And got her looking at strike 3. So Heritage down to their final out, Todd, here in the bottom of the 7th.
And I believe, Bill, that is the 10th strikeout for Hattie McCumber, matching the number of strikeouts she had last game.
Against Kingman Academy of Learning. So back-to-back double-figure strikeouts for McCumber. And Heritage down to their final out here in the 7th. And a base hit to left field. That's going to score Soltero. And the score 8-4 now. So just to give you a little bit of context, Heritage would have to load the bases and get a grand slam to tie the game.
Rally on 2, here we go, just base hit.
Okay, so as a Cowgirls fan, you're making them feel a little more comfortable with that statement. Know what you're trying to do, Bill?
That's why you pay me the big money. First pitch.
Yeah.
Over to the third baseman, and that'll do it. Ladies and gentlemen of Willcox and Cochise County, say hello to the state finalists, the Willcox Cowgirls, in a thrilling come-from-behind victory, 8-4, here at Papago Park in our capital city of Phoenix. And they just put their name into the final slot in the tournament. They will be facing Mojave on Monday at 4 o'clock at Grand Canyon University. Unfortunately, that will be an audio-only broadcast again, but you know, you're not going to want to miss it. And congratulations to the Cowgirls, and also a fine season for the Heritage Heroes.
And Cody back at the studio showing the celebration right now of the Willcox girls as they advance to a state championship game, as Bill said, on Monday. Bill, what a game today.
What a game coming from behind. It was a close game the whole way until the 6th inning, and 4 big runs came across the plate to not only give them a little bit of a cushion, but really kind of blow the game open, because it was 8-3 going into this final inning, and a leadoff double by Soltero, and she went around to score to make it 4 runs for the Heroes, but not enough tonight against your Willcox Cowgirls.
What a game. So congratulations to the city of Willcox as they...
And the whole county of Cochise.
Yeah, the whole county of Cochise County. We've got another team going to a championship game on Monday at 4 o'clock. So congratulations to the Lady Cowgirls, gathering now with their coach in the outfield here after the game. We'll kind of zoom in a little bit, Bill.
And don't forget, tomorrow you could have multiple Cochise County teams headed to the finals as we switch back to baseball from Goodyear, Arizona. We've got Bisbee, Benson, and Willcox competing tomorrow, starting at 11 a.m. No. 4 p.m. Okay.
At 4 o'clock are the first games, and then 6:30 is the Willcox game for boys.
Right.
Now, if they win, or one of the teams win, then it would be 11 o'clock the following Saturday.
Okay. And hey, don't forget about those St. David Tigers up in Heber, Arizona. Their baseball team, the softball team already won with Coach Yogi, and the baseball team trying to follow suit and make it a daily double for the Tigers.
Yeah, the St. David Tigers softball team will be playing tomorrow afternoon at 4 o'clock as they advance into the semifinals. And then we have the St. David boys baseball team traveling to Mogollon.
Same team,
on Saturday.
Same school, same matchup. And good matchup. The kids at Mogollon, good athletes, good school, great people up there in the Rim Country. And that should be a good one.
All right, folks, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back again on Friday with more baseball coverage. Congratulations to the Willcox girls winning 8-4. They advance to the state championship game in girls 2A finals for Arizona on Monday at 4 o'clock. And we'll have the audio broadcast here on Cool FM Live. We'll be following the Willcox boys baseball team. Their first game in the 2A playoffs will be in Goodyear at 6:30 on Friday night. We'll have the video coverage of that as well with Jeff Davenport and Bill McCulloch here on Cool FM Live. Thank you so much, folks. What a night.